Joe, you're getting really defensive today.
It's Monday. Ah!
You gotta defend yourself against a nasty case
Against
of the Mondays.
something's gonna. Blah, yeah. It's the.
Joe, they can't come through the screen to get you.
Oh, phew, good. Well, we got awesome people anyway. So,
Yeah.
good morning, everybody.
Good morning, how's it going? Welcome. If you're here in the chat, it's good to see you. If you're here later, feel free to drop us a comment. Let us know what you think, what's going through your brains,
Yeah, brains,
because you have an
brains.
awesome. Joe's turning into a zombie, guys. Back, back.
Ah!
uh, oh, you're right. It totally does. Nobody sees that though. Boom.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever.
And this is what happens
It's
when
good. What
what?
happened?
Nothing happened.
I'm so confused.
Don't worry about it. Hey, they don't even know what's going on here, Joe.
I
So
don't.
we should just let them know.
I don't even know what's going on either.
We're here with the Double Cup of Joe show,
Yes,
fixing weird technical glitches and hanging out with you. In case you didn't know, I am your host Joe,
and I'm the other host, Joe.
and together we make your morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night doldrums a little bit better. So thank you for joining us. As always, it's good to see everyone here.
Mm.
Layla is. I'm Lilia. Teach me how to pronounce your name because I'm going to butcher it. So, welcome, all the first timers. Welcome back, all the second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever number you're on timers. It's good to see you.
You could
As
be up to 11 by now.
we always turn it up to 11, Joe.
Well,
Always.
I'm just saying because this is our 11th show.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
so
Hey,
you could be up to 11.
it's my 11th show.
It's not. Yep, mine too.
Perfect. Just like we planned.
Yeah, we
Anyway, guys,
made it to 11.
we made it to 11. This is success. We can shut it down now. We can just turn it off and go
Yep.
home.
Our show goes up to 11. See ya. Ugh.
Anyway, we thank you for joining us this week. Our topic is going to be on serving. Kind of talked
Mhm.
about this last week. It goes hand in hand in relationships. And Joe is demonstrating what serving is. I wasn't sure at first. Like Joe's leaving the screen. Nope. So serving. There are many different ways to serve. Underhand, overhand, and we'll get to all those ways to serve here a little bit later in the day. So, but before that, we have a quick 3-step routine. It is perhaps one of the most important things you can do to start your day.
Yes.
One, develops a habit, and two, get your mind in the right direction for how you are going to spend your day or day. But it's very simple. There's only 3 steps. What are you thankful for? What are you looking forward to? And what are you going to do today to move yourself forward? Do that every day. It can be one thing, it can be a million things. I don't recommend a million things because that might eat up your whole day, but hey, you know what? If you can find those things, that'll make your next day very great. So consider those 3 things. But to help facilitate how this works, we ask you to play along or join us. I ask Joe, and then we go from there. So first off, we're gonna ask Joe. This is our historical look at your life, to be thankful for what you have currently or have had. So I'm gonna ask you, Joe, what are you thankful for today?
Today, that's a great question. I have a lot to be thankful for today. But one thing I'm thankful for yesterday, I got to spend like all day on the trampoline with my two sons. And it's weird. Like when you spend all day on a trampoline, you end up with like pains in different areas that you didn't really know existed.
Ooh.
And so you're like, oh, hey, what part of my body is that? But, and then you're reminded of the time you got to spend, and it was just glorious, you know. We had we we had a really great time. Nobody got hurt, which was awesome. That's another thing to be thankful for. Um, because we're like, with everything going on, it'd be really bad if we had to go to the emergency room right now. So let's try and be safe and not get injured while we're out here. That would be great. So, yes, so I'm thankful for that time that I was able to spend with my two boys jumping on the trampoline all day yesterday. A beautiful day, which is kind of rare in Michigan.
Yeah, especially this time of year.
Exactly.
This time of year, there's 50% chance you have snow on the ground. Either there is or there isn't.
Yes.
That's how probabilities work, right?
Well, my brother lives up in the UP, and they were supposed to get like 3 feet of snow.
Hmm,
That's pretty crazy.
that's a lot of feet.
It is.
I only have two.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're supposed to get three of them. Can you imagine? 3 feet of snow falling from the sky? 3 feet in the sky.
All right, so Joe, are you like 17? He's asking you because I definitely didn't say. I said
Something
26.
I'm
So
something like that.
yeah, pretty close.
I think Amira on Don't Worry Wednesday said I'm perpetually 19.
So you're just a couple
So
years
that could
older.
be. I
Yeah.
could be somewhere in that range. 15 plus.
We can confidently say he can rent a PG-13 movie.
I can rent a PG-13 movie. Yes, that's right.
So, all right, thanks, Joe. What are you thankful for? Trampolines. That's a unique one, but hey, that's fun. That's a lot
Mhm.
of fun. All right, so we've gone from looking back. Now we look forward. Not to the side, forward. All
Mm.
right, so step number two is what are you looking forward to? What is that thing out there that you're looking to do or, you know, gets you up in the morning, as it were? So, Joe, what are you looking forward to?
That's a great question, and I think I'm gonna have to say I'm looking forward to this the end of this week
Hmm.
to see what all happens between now and then, because we have a lot planned. We had a conference call last week, and I got my assignment list. I get my assignments every week. What I'm supposed to do, and I'm looking at all the different things I have to do. Uh, and Jeff in the chat here, he's probably also looking at them, and he's going to make sure I do them. Um,
Hey.
and because that's kind, yeah. But I'm looking forward to see how much we actually get accomplished. And if we get all those things accomplished this week, oh my gosh, that's going to set us up into a really great position. So I'm looking forward to looking back over the week at the end of the week to see what was all accomplished this week, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be cool to see what we can come up with in the next few days.
Hmm.
Would be super amazing, and hopefully you guys get to see what's happening. Hey, speaking of what's coming up at the end of the week, Free for All Friday.
Yes.
Submit your topics. If you have anything you want to talk about, anything you want to discuss of any sort, or you want us to just like squirm as we try to figure out what in the world we're going to say, uh, go ahead and go to bss.studio
Hmm.
and share
I'll
your
even post a
topics with
link.
us. Yeah, Joe, post a link. It won't be hard to get there.
I'll post it right there. You go there.
Ah,
You go right there. Yeah, on this past Friday we did the number of the beast. That was a lot of fun. And so we got to thank my Gary for that topic. It was great. The next one that was posted also comes from my Gary. Well, actually, there were two posted on the same day. One by Dr. Bright and one by my Gary. So we
we'll
may we
flip
may
a
do
coin.
Dr. Bright's and then to, just to kind of you know mess with the order a little bit. But at any rate, yeah, it's cool. We've got some topics there, and also we've got some other submissions from some of the BSS staff members that they just tell us what they want us to say.
You pay no attention to the people behind the curtain.
Pay no attention is exactly. And but yeah, go there and post something, or you can, if you want, you can post it in the chat. Hopefully we'll be able to see it, or find us. Both Joe and I are on Discord. Joe is known as the Count. I am known as CDVNL. You can find us there on Discord and send us a private message, and we'd be happy to handle whatever you'd like us to talk about. It's
Perfect.
free for all.
It's free. This show, generally speaking, is free for all. Not just on Friday, but you know,
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
Except Saturday and Sunday. If you want us to do that, you have to pay us a lot.
You're right. But
Or
it's
you can
free to
go.
watch the restreams.
Yeah, you can watch a replay.
Yeah, you can.
Anyway, so that was our nice segue, diversion, shameless plug, if you will. But if you didn't count with us, that was step number 2. So there's a third step that we've got to get through, and it is, what are you going to do today to move
Mm.
yourself forward? And that's the action self step. Action.
Action.
Joe?
Action Jackson.
No, your name is Joe. Jack?
Oh yeah.
Joe? Jack?
What am I gonna do today?
Yeah, what are you going to do today? Move yourself forward.
I am going to work on some music. It's one of my favorite things to do ever.
Ooh.
I know I have to work on my job some today, but I don't think I necessarily have to make it a super busy day, but I am gonna get the chance to work on some music. And I'm really, really excited for that. It's gonna be kind of a rainy, crummy day today, so it'll be a good day to be inside in the studio, just playing and coming up with some new thoughts and some new ideas and working on it. It's gonna be a good time. So I'm definitely excited for that. It's tough for you to work on music, Swoke?
Same.
It's tough for you to work on music, Joe?
Well, you see, reading music is like a whole nother language. And I dodged most of my music classes in school. So, um, yeah. It's like English. Ah,
Hey,
French.
French. Really?
that,
So does that mean you're actually from France? Like, or
that
live
would
in
that
live
would
in
be what
France?
French means.
Oh, well, thanks for
Oh, Joe.
What?
Work into a DJ. That'll be fun.
Nice. Nice. Oh, it's great to hear where all you guys are from. This is awesome. I'm
Mm-hmm.
from Michigan. It's not very interesting.
Joe, we're like shaped like a hand in the middle of like the largest bodies of fresh water on the globe.
They're not though, because Lake Baikal is.
What's Lake Baikal?
I think it's in Russia.
I don't know enough about this Lake Baikal. Well, that the largest single lake?
I think so.
Yeah, well, the Great Lakes are multiple lakes, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, okay, Michigan can be interesting. But it's weird. It's like the place in the United States, it's like the backwater, like nobody pays attention to it. It's where all like if somebody leaves the mafia, that's where they go.
Ah,
Because it's off everybody's radar screen. It's like
Joe's just over there hanging out with ex mafia people, I guess.
I actually had one at a job I had. I worked as an instrument repair technician for a while, and there was a technician there that used to be a person like that did different errands for the mafia and stuff. And they're like, they wanted to get out of it, and somebody's like, okay, well, if you want to get out, just go to Michigan. Nobody will pay attention. Nobody will find you there. Nobody will notice you. Nobody cares. So, so I guess it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. But anyway, I digress.
Mm. So yeah, that's our three-step routine. What are you thankful for? What are you looking forward to? And what's one thing today that you can do that can move yourself forward? So,
Hmm.
all that three-step routine, get your mind in the right place right now, today, and then have a great rest of your day, evening, week, whatever you're doing. But
Do it.
do it, or else Joe wants you. No, just
To do the
to do it.
three-step process.
Bum, bum, bum. So, we're done with the three-step process. The rest of the show is, of course, devoted to our topic, the topic of serving. Specifically, what does it mean to be served? Uh, I'm sure many of you know what serving is,
Hmm.
but many people have difficulties on either serving other people or being comfortable with being served by others. So, today we're going to talk about what it means to be served by other people. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Joe because Joe is great things. And he's going to tell us those great things.
I have great things.
You have great things.
I have great background.
That is a great background. I have noted it before.
I have a stool.
This is just a sample.
It's
It's
not, yes. It's not a very comfortable stool. Like I have this desk where I stand at it, and I have this stool that I specifically ordered to not be comfortable because that way I won't sit down for long. The idea of having a desk you can stand at is to stay standing so then you can get more accomplished, right? So I was like, well, I need to have a stool so I can take a break once in a while and sit down. But I don't want to take too long of a break, so I specifically got a stool that was not very comfortable. So that I wouldn't sit there very long. But that has nothing to do with being served. Um, so I was just kind of delaying a little bit while I come up with something to say. Um, but actually, there was something with this whole topic of being served. A lot of times you hear, especially if you're religious at all, a lot of religions have this thing about always serving others. Always look out how can you serve others? How can you be of service to the world around you, to people like specific people in your life, and then maybe to how can you help different organizations and being of service is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and it's very important for us to do. However, I do know a lot of people who are like that. You ever met someone who is a gift giver, and they're like, "I just like to give gifts. I don't want to receive it. I just want to give gifts." And then almost to the point where they will reject a gift from somebody else. Have you ever met someone like that? Where they always want to be doing things for other people, but then they never want anybody to do anything for them. Because there are people I know that are like that, and it's interesting to me when you get your head wrapped around this phenomenon because what you're doing by rejecting another person doing something for you is you're not allowing them to experience the thing you love so much, which is to serve someone else. So you're stopping the transaction. In order to serve someone, someone else has to be served by you, right? And so when you reject someone else's service, you're stopping the transaction, and therefore you're creating like a you know like a rift in the general economy of this whole deal, right? So to allow someone to serve you, it keeps that going and it gives that person the opportunity to feel the joy of serving, because there is joy in serving other people. To to do something for another person and not expect anything in return. There is such a wonderful feeling that comes with that. And I'm sure throughout this week we will be going into that, how wonderful that can feel, as you do something, whether it's giving somebody some money when they need it, or serving at a soup kitchen, or even just something as simple as bringing food or drink to a family member, from the kitchen to the TV room where you're all watching a movie together or something, you know like all those things bring joy. And if you never allow someone else to do something for you, you don't allow them to feel that same joy.
Hmm.
And to me, like I was always of the mentality, I gotta be the one doing the thing for another person. I gotta be the one helping. I gotta be the one serving. Da 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 da. And when I learned, if I don't accept a gift from somebody else, then I'm cutting off the transaction and I'm actually damaging it
Hmm.
by not accepting that service or not accepting that gift. And so to get that in your mindset, I think that's a really great place to start. And you know, Joe Joe comes up with a lot of our order of how we're going to do these topics and stuff. And I thought that was really great when he started with being served by others, because that's a wonderful place to start. And in the beginning, when we're first born, we're not helping anybody out. We are 100% dependent on the service of other people from moment one. When a doctor like pulls us into the world and smacks us on the backside.
Oh, okay.
Gets us to start breathing and stuff, like from that moment we are being served by other people. And then as we grow, we start to learn how we can do that. So I think it was a really, really great way to start the week. So I got it. That's another thing I'm thankful for, Joe, that you started us here. So now that I'm turning the spotlight to you, I'm going to leave it there, and you get to talk.
Oh, yay. I like talking. But yeah, thanks, Joe. The idea of um, learning almost everything in your life will be something you learned from other people. I think I read a statistic where, on average, the first time a person has a unique thought that hasn't been thought by anyone else in the world is like age 40, which is insane. That doesn't mean that somebody else told you something, but that somebody else in the world has had that thought before you.
Mm.
So, but that means that, like, generally speaking,
Good thing I'm not there yet.
right? You got a long way to go, Joe.
I
That's
know,
at
I know.
least
I'm
20
I'm just
years.
15 plus.
But that means for the vast majority of your life, you've been learning. You've learned from other people. And one of the things you can learn is how to serve. How to serve other people comes from being served yourself. And it's a really interesting topic. I found it. For some reason, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. It makes them like get really antsy. Like you, you can't serve me. Like then I feel like I owe you or something. Or some people feel like there's some kind of um, transactional mentality before between like serving other people. If that were the case, like you pay those people. But that's not what we're talking about today. We can have a discussion on work later. Or write that down for
For
things to come
future.
back to future shows. Um, but serving generally just is for the benefit of the other person. It's a one-sided transaction, as you will.
Mhm.
This is incredibly one-sided, and that's a good thing. It it's this idea of like you don't owe the other person the other side. You don't you don't have additional you need to give. Like your parents when you're very young, like Joe was saying, they fed you knowing that there's nothing coming back from this.
Mm.
The benefit of their actions is they have to endure more cost to themselves as you get older. Like that is the benefit is a more detriment to their fiscal or whatever lives that they're dealing with. So like it's not there's not like a normal idea of like yes this provides me more of this. It's specifically for the benefit of the child. And and I think it's good. I think some days we have to go back to that mentality of a child of
Mm.
like, this is okay. Like yeah, my parents do this for me and it's because they love me. My family and friends serve me in this way because they love me. And to not try and like I need to earn that love and encouragement and instead just accept that it is there. Um, it's incredibly difficult, but it's also incredibly rewarding and incredibly restful and incredibly humbling. Because in the wise words of Static Potato, nobody is in this alone. Um, so really, this stream is about talking is to connect you with the idea that being loved and being served go hand in hand, and that when you prevent people from serving you in the capacity that they want to and they desire to, it's it's almost the same as rejecting the love that they have for you, and to not do that. So with that, I'm gonna pass it back to Joe because he has some more wise words for us.
I do. I do. I mean, that's yes. You ever notice that, the way you say something says everything about what you said? I do, or I do,
Oh.
or I do. I got to watch somebody get married on Saturday night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was crazy because we're all social distancing and everything, right? And so like it was all online. It was our Easter mass. Somebody actually there were wedding vows exchanged at our Easter mass this Easter, which was pretty amazing. I was like, wow, that's pretty unique. Um, but anyway, so you got to hear "I do," and it wasn't "I do," because that'd be really weird, like at a wedding. Do you promise to have it whole? I do.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh my gosh. Everybody, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's really legit. Um, I do, there's some people in my life that one of the things that's um the it's almost like rejecting the act of service is almost a prideful thing. It's like, the when you have someone who has a great deal of pride, and I wouldn't necessarily say arrogance, but just they they're like proud of who they are and stuff like that, right? And so a lot of times they might be more apt to reject some service or whatever, or try and downplay it or whatever. And so like there are people that I know that I would try and do stuff for them, and whether it's just we're out at Kentucky Fried Chicken and I'm going to pay for their meal or something, and I remember. the thing that they would always say is, "Oh, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that." "Ah, you don't have to do that." I'd hear that a bunch, and I finally got to the point where I'd hear it enough, and I'd be like, "Okay, fine." So I had to come up with something clever to say back, and they'd say, "Oh man, you don't have to do that." And I'd be like, "You darn right, I don't have to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. So just say thank you."
Got him.
That's right. "Oh, you don't have to do that." "That's right, I don't. And next time I might not, but this time I'm doing it." So there. Um, but th it's amazing. I there is a great thing in being served by others. Now, it can be a slippery slope because it does feel good to get served by others. And if we experience it enough and we experience that good feeling enough, we can become complacent in that. And then we start to expect everybody's going to do everything for us. So
Mm,
you always have there's always the extreme on either side. The idea is to keep things in balance where you keep this continual flow of serving others and being served by others, and it continuously flows and stays in motion like that. But if you're too far on one end of the transaction stream, then then that's not necessarily a good place to be. It's always good to be in a balanced uh, place with this whole thing. So if you're being served all the time by other people, that could be a place where we can get complacent and we can start expecting, hey, everybody's just going to give me the things I want, and we can get a little bit spoiled. And from there, our attitude can kind of slip. We can start to think of ourselves as maybe more important than we maybe are, and it can kind of give us an inflated ego as well as um, cause some laziness. And so when if to pay attention to where you're at in this economy, whether it's I'm serving others all the time and I'm rejecting their service. Now you're stepping into pride a little bit. And if you're being served by others all the time and not doing anything for anyone else, that's also it's going to start to inflate your pride a little bit. It's almost like pride is one of the enemies here, and I'm talking about an unhealthy pride. I'm talking about, the kind that's damaging to yourself, not one that's like, hey, I'm a good person, I'm a valuable person. I mean, that's a healthy kind of pride. But there's humility. It's pride tempered with humility, I guess, would be a way to
mm,
put that as the healthy kind, right? But I think I just wanted to mention that because yeah, we've been talking about how important it is to allow others to serve you, but then also to do it all the time and not serve others, then you start to get into some unhealthy territory as well. So just be mindful of that as you go forward.
mhm.
Right, Joe?
Right.
And if Joe says so, it's true.
Mhm.
No, no, that's about what I got. What do you got?
No, that's great, Joe. I think it's really important to recognize that there's, you can go uh, too far one way or too far the other. If you don't have any cake ever, it's a sad life. But if you only eat cake, it's a sad life. So it's important to find balance in what you do. So,
Yeah. You should at least put bacon on your cake.
yes, bake your cake. I mean, wait, bake. Wait, what? What?
Baking cake.
Bake a cake.
Mm.
So, to kind of keep this interactive, if you're here on the stream, or maybe you're here a little bit later, tell us, hey, how have you been served? What are the ways that you can think of that other people have reached out and served you? And I'd go so far as to say this week, but if you have to go farther out, I'd say go for it. But what are ways people that have served you? Go ahead and drop them in the comments, drop them in the chat, because we'd love to see what you know. Because I think if you took the time today to look back and see what's been done for you, you'd probably find that you're being served a lot more than you know.
Mm.
So, this whole topic, this whole idea of being served, kind of came about as like, um, we Joe and I think last week we had a discussion on the number of the beast. We kind of indicated, hey, we're both Christians, and one of the big Christian ideals was that God came to serve and not to be served. Um, and so that's kind of the mentality that we bring to the table of our idea here with this show, with what we do here, is to serve you with it. It's to be a service to you. And so take this time in the chat, like reach out to us, help us to understand what do you want? What do you need to know or learn or understand? Or what do you like us to talk about? Because this is for us to serve you and for you to just accept it. Or not accept it. You can totally not accept it by just closing the YouTube window. But we encourage you to stay here and enjoy when other people reach out and provide for you. It can be a lot of fun. It's a great joy for us. We don't get up this early in the morning, um, to serve other people. We could definitely serve people at like 9 o'clock if we really wanted to. But we do this because we love it. We love you guys, and we want you to be a part of this. So, that's pretty much what I had. I do want you guys to come back. Tomorrow is fantastic. We're going to talk about serving individual other people, which is to say, your neighbor, your mother, your brother, your best friend, whatever it is. Just what does it mean to serve another person's needs? How do you do that? What does it look like? When can you do that? There's a lot of different things that go into serving individuals. So come back tomorrow. We would love to talk about that with you. And we just love to talk with you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just posting. I'm gonna post the links. It's the link post.
Now, time for shameless plugs.
Shameless plugs. Go there, bss.studio. Hang out there. Also, if you're here and you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Tonight, it's Monday, so we will be doing a Don't Muddle Monday stream. Ryan and I will be on. Don't Worry Wednesday, Monday edition. And we'd love to have you here. Um, we're having this great conversation about what tastes good in the chat. Bacon pancakes. Yes, wonderful. I said bacon pancakes with ice cream. And we're like, wouldn't that be disgusting? You'd be surprised. I had a sundae one time. It was a maple bacon sundae. It was ice cream with maple syrup and bacon in it. And I thought, that sounds kind of weird. I gotta try it. And I tried it. And boy, was it good. Yes, it was very, very wonderful. And it's so I'll just say, give it a shot. You might like it.
I think
It's the Easter season. It's a great time for indulging in great new treats. Um, but yes, the maple bacon sundae is outstanding. Uh-huh. Chocolate coated bacon. Yes, that sounds wonderful too. I mean, bacon makes everything better. It really does.
I'm just gonna take your guys' word for it.
This what is hilarious. I was at my in-laws, and my father-in-law's from down south, so he likes making grits all the time, right? And he had cooked bacon, and he had made grits, right? And I showed up, and I was kind of like the last one, like to get to the food, and like, is anybody else gonna eat this stuff? No, nope, you can have all the rest. I'm like, sweet. So I grabbed the pan of the grits and I put them in a bowl, and then I grabbed the bacon pan, which didn't have any bacon in it anymore, but it had all the bacon grease in it, and I just dumped all of it into my grits. So so it's like grits with bacon grease. Oh, it's like, yes. But anyway, go to bss.studio. Oh, it was great.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, go to bss.studio. You can also on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Ryan and Jesse will be streaming on Twitch right here. You can go there and subscribe to that channel. And check out, just check out Static P. We have been working on the Criminal Idol Kickstarter campaign, getting all that product taken care of, and so we can get it all manufactured. Everything's kind of being delayed because of the whole coronavirus thing. All of our manufacturers and everything like that. Everybody's kind of slowed down, but we're working diligently and getting it out as fast as possible for you guys. But then in the meantime, you can go to Static P's channel and you can check out what he's going on. There will be some new stuff coming out on that channel, I assume.
which channel?
The Static P channel. I also know one of the things on the Kickstarter campaign was a sequel to uh, It's Not Like I Like You, or Static and Amory are going to get together and do another duet there. I know that Ryan has been working diligently on that song. I'm excited to hear what comes out of that as well. And 45 pounds of bacon for our secrets. Oh, it's so tempting. Oh. Because I know I put together the book. I know who the bomber is. But anyway, you guys are awesome. And so we just love to have you around. We love to be around you. That's why we wanted to do all these on live streams so we can hang out with you guys and be here with you. So thanks for being here and stuff because it means a lot.
Mhm.
And I'm not the bomber. Neither is Joe.
Yes, Joe is not the bomber. So thank you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us in the chat. Please go ahead and if you haven't already, we're talking about Criminal Idol. If somehow you found this channel before you found Stack P's channel, go subscribe to his channel.
Mhm.
If you're watching any of these shows, it's probably already being suggested to you.
Yes.
If not, it's the word static and then the letter P.
Yeah.
And there you go.
We don't even have to post a link. You just Google it.
He is famous. We're not, but
Worldwide.
we're
Worldwide.
still
Yes.
worldwide. Something like that.
Something like that.
Anyway, thank you all for being here. Please come back tomorrow. We'd love to see you. If not, we're still gonna be here. So we're having
Yeah.
fun. We're hanging out. We're just gonna enjoy this topic that we have for the rest of the week.
Mhm.
Again, if you have anything, feel free. Post it, message us, whatever it is. We love to reach out and interact. And if there's any way we can serve you better, please let us know. Otherwise, that's it. That's it. There's no otherwise.
Yeah.
Just,
Have a great Monday
yeah, have a great Monday. Enjoy.
or Tuesday, whatever day it is for you, I
Yeah,
guess.
it could be Tuesday, I suppose.
Could be somewhere. Somewhere it's Tuesday,
Wow.
maybe.
You people who are way in the future.
Way, way, way.
Whey. Whey? Whey protein in the future?
Way.
What? No.
Ooh.
Too far. Too far.
2034. Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
He's 4 years
Swilk.
he's 14 years in the future.
No wonder Swilk's brand graphic designs are so futuristic.
Mm-hmm. Must be.
because
Must
he
be
lives in
his
the future.
14-year advantage.
Yes, it
I'm
happens.
I'm impressed that you made it to this stream from that far in the future. On the plus side, we know time travel is a thing, guys.
Yep, just watch Avengers Endgame. It'll tell you all about it.
Spoilers. No
Oh, sorry.
spoilers.
Ah, my
That,
bad.
that movie only came out like a year ago now.
Yes, it's
Anyhow,
good.
thanks, guys. We will catch you next time here on the Double Cup of Joe show. See ya
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Adios.
Love you guys.